In this video, I'm going to show you how you can locally build AI agents in n8n so you don't have to worry about paying a dime or having your data sitting on someone else's servers. Now, there are actually several reasons, several compelling reasons why you might want to self-host n8n instead of using the cloud version. First is going to complete independence. So just last week, Cloudflare went down for over 2 hours, taking thousands of their services with it. Couldn't use n8n, you couldn't use VAPI. Now, when you self-host, your automations, they keep running no matter what happens to the external infrastructure. You can use your agents, you can use any other models that you're running. Maybe you're running Ollama inside of n8n. You don't have to worry about that going down. Second is data privacy. So we have seen companies just like OpenAI and even Claude now being forced by courts to keep all their data, even deleted conversations. Now, with self-hosting, your workflows and data, it's never going to leave your control. So you don't have to worry about any data breaches, any of these courts getting access to all of your conversations. Hopefully you're not doing anything sketchy, but just to be safe. Third, it's totally free. So there's going to be 0 monthly fees. There's no execution limits. There's no workflow restrictions. You can build as many complex automations and agents and run it as many times as you want. Fourth is unlimited customization. So you can modify the code, you can create custom integrations with your internal systems, and there's no artificial limits on the users or the amounts of complexity. And finally, it's going to be better performance. So this is going to depend on, what resources and what computers you're using and running everything off of, but you can optimize the resources for your specific needs. So instead of sharing the infrastructure with thousands of other users, you're just having to worry about yourself. So if you want complete control, better security, no cost essentially, and unlimited capabilities, then self-hosting, running this locally is definitely worth considering. Now, I know the technical stuff can definitely seem intimidating, but I'm going to walk you through exactly step by step how to do everything, explain everything as simply as I can. But before we dive into the actual setup, let me quickly explain what we're actually going to be doing. So I have this nice little diagram for you guys. So getting into everything behind the scenes, essentially what we're doing today is just setting up n8n to run locally on your computer instead of using their cloud service. We will also be setting up a few supporting tools, like a database to store your workflows, Ollama for running these AI models locally, and a couple of other components that just make everything work together smoothly. Now, to make this actually happen, we are going to be using something called Docker. So you could think of Docker just like a shipping container system. So bear with me for a second. So instead of a shipping container system, well, it's exactly the same thing, but for software. You know how shipping companies, they can put anything, like cars, furniture, food, all this stuff into standardized containers that can be moved around pretty easily, right? Across the sea and everything. Docker does the same exact thing, but with applications and all their dependencies. So the reason that Docker is so useful is that it actually solves for the, it works on my computer problem. Instead of installing a bunch of different software directly on your computer and hoping that they all integrate with one another, play nicely together, Docker is just going to package pretty much everything up into isolated containers so that they cannot interfere with one another or your main system. So you don't have to worry about all that. Now, Docker also has 3 main concepts that you need to understand. So first, they have images. You might have heard of this before, but an image is just like a blueprint or a recipe. So it's basically going to be a package that's going to be containing all the code, all the settings, and all the dependencies that are needed to run a specific piece of software. So we will be downloading images for n8n, PostgreSQL database, Ollama for the AI models and actually just using AI, and a few other tools as well. Each one is a pre-built package really that has everything that a specific tool needs to work. Next, we have this containers in this green section. So a container is just what happens when you actually run that image. It's like taking that blueprint and building an actual house from it. So the container is the living, the breathing version of your software that's actually doing the work. So you can think of it like this maybe. If the image is a cookie cutter, well, the container is going to be the actual cookie that you make with it. Now, finally, we have volumes down here. So volumes, this is basically just permanent storage. So here's the thing about this. Well, containers are temporary. Now, if you shut down a container, any data inside it, it's going to get wiped clean, like clearing your computer's RAM. On top of that, volumes solve this by giving containers a place to store that data that persists even when the container is going to get restarted. So it's like having an external hard drive that's going to stay connected no matter how many times you restart your computer. What that means for in our setup, we will have multiple images running as containers. They can essentially just all talk to each other, with volumes making sure that our workflows and data don't actually disappear when we want to pause or restart everything. So hopefully that all makes sense, but now let's just actually get into building this thing. So getting started, the first thing we are going to be doing is coming into docker.com. Now, if you don't already have this installed, you will just be downloading from right here. So you could download for Mac, you could download for Windows, whatever system you're using, download it. Next up, what we're going to be doing is coming into GitHub. So I'll have this link down below in the description, or you can just pause the video and copy what I have in the browser right here. But in any case, I'll have that link down below. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down until we find what system we are using. So we're using a Mac, so we're going to find a section for Mac. You know, if you were using AMD GPU users on Linux, or for us in particular, we have Mac. So we're going to find this right here. We're going to copy this code and we're going to open up our terminal. So I'm just going to type up terminal. It's going to take us to here. We're going to paste this in and we're going to clone this Git. We're going to allow it access to all of our access data from other apps. So it will take a second for all of this to kind of run. So I'll come back to you guys once it's finished pulling all of this stuff into my Docker. All right, so we just got a Docker error, but don't worry, this happens sometimes when Docker is just trying to download multiple large images at once. And you can actually see if I come into Docker desktop, you can see that it was pulling n8n, pulling Postgres, SQL, Olama, Quadrant all simultaneously. And sometimes Docker just gets a bit overwhelmed and crashes with what's called a concurrent map error, or concurrent map writes error. So it's basically just Docker getting confused, not anything that we did wrong. But the good news is that you can see most of our images actually did download properly and successfully. So we got pull complete for most of them at least. So now we just need to clean up and restart. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run Docker compose down to stop anything that might be partially running, and then Docker compose up again. So since we already have most of the images downloaded, this should go much faster this time. And this is actually pretty normal with Docker when you're downloading, gigabytes of data. So don't panic if you see any errors or anything like this does come up. So I'm just gonna enter this and I will come back to you guys once it actually finishes running. As you can see, it's just pulling the rest of the data. Okay, so it just finished running. You can see that editor is now accessible via localhost 5678. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this and I am going to, before we go into Docker or anything, I'm just going to search up in my browser, localhost 5678, and we're gonna see what comes up. Okay, this is exactly what we're looking for. It's asking us to set up our owner account. So I'm just gonna enter in my email and everything, and I'll come back to you guys once I actually set this all up. All right, well, we just logged in. We could see that we automatically have a demo workflow in here added for us. So I didn't add that from my end, but you can see we have the Olama chat model. We have basic LLM chain. We're not going to be focusing on building any automations or agents within this video, but if you would like to, we can be playing around with the AI model, the Olama chat model, instead of using ChatGPT or anything like that, where we don't have to worry about data breaches and all that stuff. So if we come into Docker desktop, we can see we now have the container, we now have the image, and we now have all these volumes. So rewind the video if you don't understand how all of these work still. But let's go into the container and open this up. We also have within the images, Postgres, Quadrant, n8n. This is exactly what we're looking for. So if you did want to pause your system and not have n8n running and hogging up any of your CPU, then all you would have to do is press pause on this container and it's going to pause the entire system. You don't have to worry about it eating up anything. Now you could log back in whenever you would like. All you have to do is just press play once you actually do want to start up n8n once again, and you could log back into your account. It probably wouldn't make you log in again, but you get the idea. So now if you wanted to update n8n, if there's going to be new models or different betas that you want to be testing out, then all you would have to do is you have to go back into your terminal, copy this code right here, bash docker compose down, and then compose pull, and then compose up -d, and this is going to allow you to pull the latest version of n8n. So there's different versions of doing this. You could do it through Docker instead of Docker Compose. But in any case, if you have any issues with that, feel free to send me a message, drop a comment, or let me know within my school community. It's completely free to join. Usually always around to answer any questions like that. So with that being said, that is how you can locally host n8n, so you don't have to pay anything. You don't have to worry about any data breaches. So if you're a larger company and you want to host n8n on your own servers, instead of anything else, then this is going to be the way to do it. But yeah, guys, really hope you found some value within this. If you are interested in learning more things like this, I have a bunch of tutorials, a bunch of templates within my community. Link is down below. It's completely free to join. We have over 7,000 members now. So go ahead and check that out, start networking, and send me a message when you get in there. But in any case, thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video.